touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I won't always smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regret, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of every Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of every
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, I reported to you guys about maybe a week or two ago about Britney Spears and how, they were giving her that lithium and stuff, and some of the things that she was saying about her treatment, all of that, and how she looks disheveled and had been talking out of her mind and all these things, which is likely due to the lithium and other things that they were giving her. So with that all being said, now it has come to my attention that fans are out here accusing the Kardashians of stealing $600 million from Britney. And I find it all nefarious. Yeah, they're accusing them of taking Britney's money and saying that they possibly money laundered and all this stuff. So we're going to get into it. Okay, and then Britney settled her conservatorship the other day, and she said there's no justice. Okay, so let's talk about it. Everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now, where do I want to start? Okay, first of all right, so here's what Britney had to say. Britney says, my family hurt me in scathing post and praises Jeanette McCurdy book about dead mom after receiving no justice and dad Jamie's $2 million legal bill in shocking settlement. Okay, so Britney has cried injustice as she hit out against her family following her recent shock settlement with her father, Jamie Spears. Now, the Grammy Award winner, age 42, posted a statement with her latest book recommendation, posting the cover of Jeanette McCurdy's book, I'm Glad My Mom Died. It says, stay nice, folks, good book. This is what she wrote of the Nickelodeon alum's memoir, which followed her experience as a child star with her late abusive mother. Okay, goes on to say, I have to get acupuncture every day of my life now. Words and thinking too hard make it worse. Now, if people only knew how I've had to crawl to my own door at one time. Britney continued to say, "My family hurt me. There has been no justice and probably never will be. The people who sat and did absolutely nothing when they did that for 4 months are smooth sailing." Now, her post comes after Britney quietly settled her years-long legal battle with her father, Jamie, who, by the way, is 71 years old. Okay, so the ruling saddles Britney with Jamie's $2 million legal bill, in addition to the $4 million that she reportedly spent on her own lawyer. So she had to pay his legal fees. Now, with nothing awarded to the Baby One More Time artist, Britney is said to be in a bigger financial hole than before the trial. Saying, "The way I was brought up, I was always taught the formative of right and wrong, but the very two people who brought me up with that method hurt me." This is what she says. "I'm lucky to be here." It's funny because till this very day, I haven't told them face to face. I text through IG, but I honestly believe it will not be safe if I ever go face to face. So the child in me knows they would be destroyed, and that's basically it. I do miss my home in Louisiana, and I wish I could visit, but they took everything. Now, according to TMZ, Britney is furious about the outcome of the settlement after her attorney, Matthew Rosengart, assured her it was a solid case. Now, in her legal filings obtained by the outlet, Jamie accused his daughter of using stall tactics to draw out the case. Britney's dad served as her conservator throughout the 13-year conservatorship, which ended in 2021. That June, she gave testimony about abusive treatment that she allegedly suffered during the conservatorship. She also accused Jamie of financial misconduct as her conservator, for which he was paid $16,000 per month and received a percentage of her tour gross revenues. With the settlement, Britney and her father have avoided going to trial over. Okay, so here's the thing. These people have been just using Britney, living off of her money, stealing money allegedly, and just filling her full of drugs and things that she didn't want to take. And one of the interesting things is the doctor who was giving her these drugs that she didn't want to take, who she says suddenly just stopped giving her regular medication and all of a sudden put her on lithium. She was supposed to go to court with that doctor, and they were supposed to talk about, the things that she was accusing him of. But surprisingly, he turned up dead right before. Okay, this man turned up dead right before. Britney Spears' doctor dies weeks before a medical report is issued in conservatorship case. Now, this was back in 2019. So the doctor responsible for Britney Spears' medical treatment has died at age 48, weeks before a report whether the pop star was receiving appropriate treatment was to be revealed. Dr. Timothy Benson died suddenly on August the 24th. Now, Dr. Benson, a board-certified psychiatrist, reportedly specialized in working with NBA and NFL teams, with some people close to Britney feeling that she required the help of someone who worked full-time in mental health. And so following Dr. Benson's sudden death, a report is expected in the next 10 days from a court-appointed evaluator who has spent 3 months determining if Britney was receiving adequate medical care during her conservatorship. A judge will be receiving this report as part of Britney's conservatorship case. Now, Britney's mother, Lynn Spears, has argued that the toxic singer wasn't receiving the correct medication for her mental illness and questioned Jamie Spears' handling of the conservatorship. So this is all real crazy. And here's another thing. Now, they claim that during all of this time that she was being doped up and all this stuff they were doing, that Britney had not even been diagnosed with bipolar, disorder. And then you have people like Harvey Levin on TMZ. You have to watch them. I really don't like TMZ because they like to paint narratives and put stuff out there that's not even true and paint it as if it is or whatever. Because Harvey was sitting there talking about how Britney needs to be if I'm not mistaken, I believe he was saying something. This is alleged because I can't remember his exact words, but basically implying, that Britney needs to be in conservatorship and that she's not, able to function on her own and all of this, and basically acting like she seriously has mental health issues and all of that. And I saw him do the same thing and say very similar things about Isaac Cappy when he started exposing stuff. Okay, and so please pay attention. So anyway, with that all being said, now let's talk about why some of these fans feel that the Kardashians snatched up some of that cash. Okay, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, here we go. Why fans think Kim Kardashian stole $6 million from Britney Spears. Fans have believed for a few years that $600 million was stolen from Britney. Now they think the Kardashian family may be connected. So they say the fans have an interesting theory that Kim Kardashian and her family are connected to the $600 million that was stolen from pop star Britney Spears while she was in a conservatorship. After being launched into worldwide fame at just 16 years old. Okay, I'm going to skip past all of that. Okay, so if the Free Britney movement revealed anything, it's that Britney's family does not have her best interest at heart and would do anything to scam the mother of two out of money that she spent working for her entire life. Now, in 2018, Britney's younger sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, was named the trustee of Britney's SJB Trust, and fans found this very suspicious. Okay, their suspicions were correct as the star's sister started moving money around to the Stonebridge investment firm. Britney's former business manager, Lou Taylor, okay, remember we talked about her. She's supposed to be so wicked. They call her Lucifer, okay? Lou Taylor was once the vice president of Stonebridge and spent years fighting, even though she claimed that she didn't want to know all about Britney's business. Remember, I showed you the emails where she was definitely trying to get all up in Britney's business. Now, fans believe, based on financial records, Jamie Lynn may have transferred $600 million of Britney's money to Taylor. However, fans believe the $600 million was soon moved to a company of the same name in Panama and is connected to the Panama Papers. Now, while fans are after Britney's family and business manager, they also think that Jenner, the Kardashian Jenner family, they call them Kar Jenner, could be involved with the missing money. It may sound strange that the famous reality TV family is involved in Britney's fight for financial freedom, but the popular Britney fan account at Britney Hiatus on Twitter has jaw-dropping evidence, and that's the evidence I'm going to show you momentarily. Now, the connections between the Kardashians and Britney's stolen money go back to the pop star's business manager. Britney is not her only client, as Taylor also manages Kim's money, which fans found out through documents from her divorce from Kanye West. Now, Kim faced a lot of backlash for working with the controversial manager, but but not as much as she may face once the public hears the latest theory. So back in January, news broke that Kim had expanded her fortune, not just by any number, but by 600 million. Quite a coincidence, right? Okay. Now, the increase in her net worth was credited to her shapewear brand Skims. But Britney fans think this might be the money, okay, from Britney's account and think it may be money laundering. They say if you're Lou Taylor and you need to hide $600 million, would Kim's estate be a logical place to try and hide it? Because remember, Lou's also in charge of Kim's money. Okay, this is what one fan account wondered. However, they're not putting all the blame on Kim, as they also pointed out that her younger sister, Kylie, recently sold half of her makeup company, Kylie Cosmetics, for a very familiar price. The fan account explained that if you're following the conspiracy, that means the money could have went from Britney's trust to Stonebridge to Panama, back into the U.S. through Kim's trust, and then over to Kylie Jenner. The account then called for the FBI to start an investigation. Now, the Britney Kardashian theory is a wild one, like most fans' theories are. However, if there's one thing to know about Hollywood, it's that corruption and lies are not out of the norm. Okay, the Britney fan account presented some convincing evidence, and with the reality TV's family history, it wouldn't be surprising if they were involved with the pop star's missing fortune. Okay, please pay attention. Even if the theory is completely inaccurate, Kim working with such a controversial figure who caused so much damage to Britney is certainly not making her look innocent. However, if the theory gets back to Kim, the Kardashian star will surely have a PR statement clearing her name faster than fans can say free Britney. Okay, so this is what people are alleging, because it does sound like more than a coincidence. Sophie said the wicked witches of the West. Okay, now with that all being said, I want you all to hear what this doctor who was on TMZ, what he had to say about Britney. He's talking about Britney's unhinged, basically saying, she's a danger to herself and others, and she needs to stay in a conservatorship. And he's saying all this stuff. But the interesting thing is, this man has never met with Britney, diagnosed Britney, and so sat down and talked to Britney. So where's he getting all this from? See, this is what I talk about, how TMZ paints narratives, in my opinion. Okay. With that all being said, I'm going to put an overlay on the screen and I'm going to let you hear it because I don't have permission to show this video. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Now about Britney, does this surprise you?
No, it doesn't surprise me at all because the conservatorship was there for a reason. And even though, like you said, it might not have been, with the right person, the actual process needs to be in place because when you have a mental illness to this degree, you need that kind of structure, supervision, and most importantly, to take your medication. And I think that's probably what's happened here. This is a no medication situation.
Why do you say that?
Well, because of the erratic behavior, the manicky spending of money, recklessness, destroying people around her. No one feels safe around her. No one can control her. She's out of control on many levels.
Doctor, so what is the answer then? How do you treat a patient that has those sort of issues?
Well, these kinds of situations run into a wall eventually. Either she'll hurt herself, she might hurt someone else, or she could be 5150 because she's not being able to take care of herself. And any of those situations will push her to a place where then medication can be given to her against her will.
You tell me if I'm wrong here. I don't see a world in which a judge would put Britney under another conservatorship because of the public outcry there was in the first case, whether it was misplaced or not. I just don't see that happening.
Well, I understand that, but at the end of the day, hopefully a judge would make the decision in the best interest of that patient. And if that's what she requires, even for a temporary amount of time, that's what she would require.
Doctor, is there any argument that could even be made that getting out from under the conservatorship was a horrible thing for Britney Spears as we sit back and now obviously have watched what's happened?
Absolutely. Hindsight's 20/20, but look at it. She slowly is unraveling. And it was in place and she wasn't unraveling. She might not have been happy, but she was stable.
What would you do if you were taking care of Britney Spears? What would be the first thing you'd do today to get her help?
Medication. Put it in her. If she doesn't want to take it, I would inject it in her.
Wow, that's, you were quick to answer that. There's no question in your mind.
No, if she needs medication, she's out of control.
Okay, you all heard that. Now, he said she needs medication. She's out of control. Okay, so how does he know that? How does he make such an assessment without having even sat with her to diagnose her and any of that? Another thing is they keep talking about all Negroes officials said that's an agent. Okay, sounds very suspicious. December says she may have not been happy, but she would have been easier to control. Well, of course, that's the thing. They want to control her. Britney has talked about them forcing her to do labor, not allowing her to go anywhere and do certain things, and basically acting as she mentioned trafficking. That's literally one of the words she said. It's like someone who's being trafficked. Okay, and I'm not talking about sex trafficking because there's a myriad of different ways to traffic someone. There is where you force a person to do labor and they're not compensated for it and all sorts of things. But that's specifically what she said. Okay, so now let's go to these receipts. I'm going to share my screen. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, so this is from Britney fan. The one I told you had all of these receipts and stuff posted on Twitter. Okay, so it says it goes all the way back to 2018 when Jamie Lynn was secretly made the trustee of Britney's largest SJB trust, which had set up to protect all of her pre-conservatorship assets in 2004. Okay. And then I think this is the paperwork right here. I, Britney Spears, hereby assign to myself as the sole trustee of the SJB Revocable Trust, dated July 26, 2004, all of my right, title, and interest in and to all of my property of whatsoever kind and character, including without limitation, all of my right, title, and interest in and to all of the following: my furniture and furnishings, clothing, jewelry, vehicles, accessories to vehicles, books, paintings, and other artwork. Okay, basically, this is signed by Britney herself, okay, in 2016. Now, if you remember, we talked about this when I discussed Britney before, when I was talking about the treatment that she claimed that she was receiving. I played you the audio of which she said the things that were happening and how basically they were trying to get possession of the trust that was supposed to be only, the one that she had even before the conservatorship. Okay. With all of her personal items and things listed. Now, Jamie Lynn became the trustee within the same year. Britney says she was forced into a mental facility against her will and thought they were trying to kill her. Okay, which is really scary because Jamie Lynn would have been in charge of all of those assets upon Britney's death. Okay, now here's what was posted. This is what Britney said. A week before they sent me away to the effing place, Tristar invited me to their offices, the swanky suited up bitches. So nice with their, we are here to make you feel special. I had lunch with Lou Taylor and Robin Greenhill. Now, let's not forget, Robin Greenhill is another shady character that I talked to you about when I was talking about Lou Taylor, because both of these two work together. Okay, so, and also Robin Greenhill is Diddy's accountant, or at least was. She's mentioned in the lawsuit filings for Diddy. Okay, now they said, Britney, look at your picture on the wall with a huge and black and white framed picture in the hall of their office. Kate Beckinsale was there too. They sucked up to me and made me feel special. Right. Ha, those same bitches killed me a week later. My dad worshiped those two women and would have done anything they asked of him. I think they were trying to kill me. I still to this day, till this very day, believe that's exactly what they were trying to do. But not a damn thing was wrong with me, and I didn't die. Nobody else would have lived through what they did to me. I lived through all of it, and I remember all of it. I will sue the S out of them, out of Tristar. They got away with all of it, and I'm here to warn them every day of my precious life. Just effing cruelty, and excuse my language, but it's the truth. And there's $1 million. There's $1 million question. Why would they do that? I have no idea. So honestly, I started just to think that they were trying to kill me. Now, we know Lou Taylor has wanted access to this trust for a long time. Right after Britney was put under a conservatorship, emails show that she was fighting to become the trustee, but it's unclear why they waited till 2018 and chose to make Jamie Lynn the trustee instead. Now, those of you who saw that video, I did show you the email where Lou Taylor was desperately trying to get information about Britney so she could be the trustee. And this is another email right here from Lou Taylor. Okay. It says the trust has assets, but the general business matters and the other entities are where the majority of the decision-making processes need to happen. One of the suggestions that Andrew had was the trust could pay the bills, and that would get us around a great deal of the court submission issues. However, when it is a business-related deductible expense, those need to be paid out of the Britney brands or Britney Touring. You will expose the trust if you pay business expenses from the trust. Any bills that need to be paid from the trust, we could prepare and submit on behalf of the conservators, okay, to Ivan. Jamie nor I want Ivan or Brian in any matter that they are not entitled to by law. That includes records. Okay, so clearly plotting. Please pay attention. Now, however, after becoming the trustee, Jamie Lynn attempted to use her power and filed documents to move Britney's money into a separately managed trust account with a company called Stonebridge. Okay, and here are the documents for that. Okay, separately managed trust account application. It has Stonebridge Wealth Management on there. Now, Jamie Lynn eventually withdrew her petition and said she was going to resign as trustee. So if any of Britney's money moved from the trust into Stonebridge, it would have been done without court approval, and Jamie Lynn is in deep, deep trouble because they're saying that she would have done this without permission. Now, we also learned that despite Jamie Lynn trying to mess with Britney's money, she actually never undertook any of the steps to become trustee. So she was basically trying to move Britney's money into Stonebridge without having the power to even do so. Okay, and here's the document that says, in the court-approved First Amendment to the SJB Trust in 2018, the SJB Trust was modified to have Jamie Lynn Spears appointed as trustee and to have the terms of the trust administered in accordance with a separately created under court order, BJS Kids and Family Trust. Petitioner is informed and believes that Jamie Lynn Spears never undertook any of the steps to actually become trustee, therefore keeping Mr. Tabak in as trustee until she performed the minimal necessary task to become the trustee. So basically, she had no business trying to move anything because she wasn't the trustee. She had not taken the proper steps. And then here she is speaking right here, Jamie Lynn Spears. Here's Jamie Lynn lying through her teeth about being Britney's trustee in a now deleted called Her Daddy podcast. Okay.
My
enlarge this so you all can see it. But I'm also going to put an overlay on here. Okay, there we go.
sister asked me to oversee a trust if something were to happen to her.
So Britney asked you.
Yes. Now, when I was approached by her team of lawyers or whatever, they were like, well, you have to get a lawyer and do that. I was like, so I did not even follow through with these steps to be a trustee over that will or anything. And that never even had anything to do with the conservatorship.
So legally, there was nothing ever filed.
Nothing. And I can, like, do I have my phone? Really?
This is helpful because on the internet right now, everyone thinks that whatever you're about to explain was involvement in the conservatorship and you had like a hold on some type of something.
And I would like to just read the actual like statement from her. This is her team filed these papers that say Jamie Lynn Spears never took the very minimum steps to proceed with any of this.
So you were never involved in the conservatorship.
I never had one part in anything ever in Britney's conservatorship or her life at all revolving around the conservatorship. Jamie Lynn Spears was never involved in any capacity in the conservatorship. Legally documented, factually documented by her own team.
Why do people think you were involved in it?
Well, when you're in a conservatorship, everything you do has to be reported to the court. It's like if she buys this or does that, it all has to be reported because the court has to be held accountable for, heaven forbid, the worst happens or something. They are legally the court put her in this. They have to be accountable for everything that goes on under it. During this time, one of the things that happened was my sister asked me if something were to happen to her, would I oversee a trust for her boys? So that means that like if something were to happen to my sister, would I make sure that, you know, this was allocated correctly to her boys?
Okay. Let's continue. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Because Jamie Lynn sounds like she's lying. Pay attention. She didn't have anything to do with it, but she was trying to move money and funds. Make that make sense. Now, let's talk about Kim. So, many fans believe the $600 million was quickly moved out of Stonebridge into a holding company by the same name in Panama. Now, you may have heard about the Panama Papers, which unveiled how the rich have been using offshore companies in Panama to hide their corruption. Okay? And here's an article about it. The Panama Papers exposing the rogue offshore finance industry. I'll be talking about that sooner than later. Okay, and then it says, anyways, what does this all have to do with the Kardashians? Well, earlier this year, there was an article that sparked some eyeballs. Okay, Kim Kardashian all of a sudden got $600 million richer. Coincidence? And then here it is here. Okay, Kim Kardashian is $600 million richer after shapewear brand Skims hits $3.2 billion valuation. We also know for a fact that Lou Taylor is in control of Kim Kardashian's trust based on the documents from her divorce with Kanye. Now, if you're Lou Taylor and you need to hide $600 million, would Kim's estate be a logical place to hide it? Okay. And here's the paperwork from Kim and Kanye's divorce. All right. And you can see Lou Taylor's name on there as trustee. This is dated November the 19th, 2008. And now there's this. Kylie Jenner has just sold half of her company for $600 million. There's that same magic number again. Coincidence? I think not. If you're following the conspiracy, that means the money could have went from Britney's trust to Stonebridge to Panama, back to the U.S. through Kim's trust and over to Kylie Jenner. Now I'm going to play this clip of Kim speaking. I'm going to put an overlay on top of it first.
Kylie, $600 million for the business. What was your reaction when you heard that number?
Well, for half of the business, so
Yes.
it's worth double that.
Yes.
So, just to fact check you guys.
Kim Kardashian opening up to ET about her little sister selling her majority stake of Kylie Cosmetics for $600 million.
I've known that selling her business was always in the works for her for a long time. A lot of companies were bidding and really wanted to buy her brand. And so selling just about half of it was a decision that she made about a year ago, and, you know, that she wanted to. And so I'm so proud of her to think in her early 20s.
Kylie, 600.
Okay. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. All right, let's continue. Now, if any of this is true, it would be a classic case of money laundering. The process of taking dirty or illegal money, moving it offshore, and then back into the United States pending it's clean. This is a typical way criminals try to hide or steal large sums or amounts of money. Now, to be clear, we have not been able to confirm the Stonebridge holding company in Panama is related to the U.S. company by the same name. We also do not know if the $600 million in Britney's money, or if we just stumbled upon some really shady stuff happening with the Kardashians. Either way, the FBI should probably investigate this, because it would be very embarrassing for a bunch of stands on Twitter to crack one of the biggest scandals in Hollywood before them. All right. So I find it all so interesting. So what do you all think about all this? It sounds like definitely more than a coincidence to me. And, you know, the Kardashians have known to be engaged in some shady business deals. Okay. Claudette said, why would she sell a lucrative business? A good question. Exactly what I was wondering. Okay. And so Queen Sam said, I hate that they drag their words out, shaking my effing head. Okay. So anyway, what do you all think? I find it very interesting, to say the least. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, with that all being said, hold on just a second. Okay. They just did her in, and they had family to help steal her money, says above all the drama. Sounds plausible. Reggie says the offshore game is a wild ride. So much cash is being moved from place to place. Exactly. And, you know, they've been doing this kind of stuff. This is nothing new. Okay. These rich people have always been doing shady stuff. Right. Involved in all sorts of corruption, as far as I'm concerned. But so anyway, I think it's really sad the way they've done Britney. They had her in that conservatorship for years. She talked about how they were mistreating her. Like I said, she had to ask them permission for every little thing. Queen Sam said, didn't Diddy mention that to Lil Rod? Something about offshore accounts. Yes. Okay. Supposedly, according to Lil Rod's document, his filings, there is an offshore account or accounts. I don't know how many there are, but over in Germany. That's one of the things that he alleged. Rich said there's nothing new under the sun. Absolutely. Okay. Gemini said, why sell it for half of what it's worth? Okay, so anyway, because it all sounds shady. Because half of what it's worth is $600 million, according to Kim. So that would be a good way to explain that $600 million if, in fact, it did actually come from Britney Spears' account. And they actually did take her money illegally. That's why they would say that. And here's another thing I have questions about. Now, the doctor who passed away, remember, they were supposed to be confronting him, or Britney was supposed to be confronting him about the allegations of how he was treating her, you know, how she wasn't getting the proper care and how she was taken off of her first medications and then put on lithium suddenly without her consent. She didn't want to. And so when all of this was supposed to take place, like maybe a week or so, weeks before, this man turns up dead. Now, did somebody take him out to keep him from coming in, you know, having this conversation? Because maybe if he got exposed, then he would have exposed other people. I don't know, but it all sounds like a whole scandal and very messy, okay, to say the least. Very messy at the end of the day. So with that all being said, I'm about to conclude this broadcast. I'm going live on the backup channel for those of you who follow. Okay, so we got to talk about what Chris Brown said about Kanye West. I find it all so interesting. And then he was talking about Kanye going on this rant and just killing the whole vibe at the club. And then these teenagers, 4 teens dead after the cops perform a pit maneuver. Okay, we need to talk about that. These pit maneuvers can be very dangerous. I saw a case once where there was an infant in the car and they did a pit maneuver. And is it that serious sometimes, especially when the person's not a wanted criminal, when the person's just being pulled over for a traffic infraction? Is it that serious to perform pit maneuvers? Okay, because that's what happened in the case when the infant was in the car. All right, so anyway, we're going to get into this. Reg said, great broadcast. Can't wait for the next one. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. Okay, Christopher says, lithium sounds like a very dangerous drug. Well, it is, and it's supposed to have some very serious side effects. Okay, it's definitely something that would likely keep people out of their normal mind. All right, and they were trying to give it to Kanye. Remember, I showed you the video where Kanye was trying to say that they were trying to give it to him, and the guy interviewing him said they were trying to Britney Spears you, and he said no, they were trying to Michael Jackson me. Okay, so please pay attention. All right, so with that all being said, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope to see you all in the next chat starting right after this broadcast in like about 2 minutes. Okay, so each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hey, yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got